Welcome to Media Men Online. I am Dan. This is Isaiah.
Hello, hello.
And this is the top 5 weekend domestic box office for the weekend of March 17th, 2023 to March 19th, 2023. Number 5, a movie we've talked about quite consistently, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. It is nice to see that only in its 5th week, there is a Marvel movie that's number 5. Previous ranking of 4. Last week had an earnings of $7.1 million, current week of just over $4 million.
Yeah,
So
I think that's the bigger thing. It's week 5 and it's under 5 mil.
Yeah, that's good.
Ooh. Number 4 is 65. The previous ranking of 3. It's been out for 2 weeks. Box office earnings for this week are 5.8 million compared to last week, which was 12.3 million. So it's about a 50% drop.
Go see it. Number 3, one I still haven't seen, Creed 3. Previous rank of 2. This is its 3rd week out, and it's still doing quite well. Last week, $27.2 million, down about 30% to $15.37 million. So still doing really well, as you'd expect. This is having Puss in Boots syndrome for me. Every time I want to go see it, there's 2 other movies that keep coming out, and I still haven't seen Puss in Boots. So.
Puss in Boots is still in theaters. I don't know if it's still in ours, but I think when I last looked, it was still in over 1,000 theaters. Number 2, we have Scream 6 with a previous ranking of 1. It's been out for 2 weeks. Previous week's box office earnings were $44.4 million. But its current box office earnings have dropped all the way down to 17.5 million, which is like a 65% drop.
This one, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I guess I should have put an exclamation mark after Shazam, but whatever. So this is the debut week box office earnings of $30.5 million compared to Shazam 1 had $53.5 million. And this one, typically when we're doing a review on one, I won't watch anything about it, but I don't think we're doing one on this. And I saw a trusted reviewer I watch. I pretty much watch his reviews after I'll review them, or if I'm not going to review something.
Yeah.
And he just said it was pretty basic. So that's kind of what I expected. It's just.
It seems like it's really better than I've heard more positive things about it than I did Ant-Man. It definitely seems like a movie where they're restarting the universe. Let's just get this stuff that we already made out there. It seems like not a lot of effort went into it post-production.
And you know what's interesting about this one that I am going to end up seeing it in theaters. The thing that he had mentioned is that you don't really see Billy Batson a lot. It's a lot of Zachary Levi, Zachary Levi has a sort of charisma that you want to be on your screen most of the time, unlike, Ant-Man, where Paul Rudd has all the charisma in the world, yet he's only on screen for 42 minutes of a 2-hour plus movie. Yeah. I'm going to see this movie because Zachary Levi is the star. He deserves to be the star, and he needs to have the most time. And I get Billy Batson
is,
of course. And Billy Batson is part of the character, but I don't go and see Billy Batson Fury of the Gods. I want to see Shazam Fury of the Gods. So kudos to DC if they actually did this. And I know we talked about the Shazam family and all that crap, but Zachary Levi is the star, and I'm going to trust my trusted reviewer. I'm going to trust him and going to check this out.
So these are the upcoming movies releasing on March 24th, 2023, which is later today. First up here, we have John Wick Chapter 4. Notable cast members are Keanu Reeves and Bill Skarsgård. It's a thriller from Lionsgate, and the synopsis is, John Wick uncovers a path to defeating the High Table. Before he can earn his freedom, Wick must face off against a new enemy with powerful alliances across the globe, and forces that turn old friends into foes.
Next up, we have Stalker. And notable cast, there wasn't really much of anybody, but I recognize Bret Hart, who was an old wrestler, Bret the Hitman Hart and I put WWF and WCW because I believe he left WWF before it turned into WWE. So, all right, this is a horror by Gravitas Adventures. And if you've ever gone down the Amazon Prime rabbit hole of Gravitas Adventures movies, they're all terrible Hallmark style movies. And they're just terrible. An actress becomes trapped in an elevator with her stalker. And when I'd originally seen the cast, I thought Bret Hart was going to be the stalker. So that's why I put him as notable, but he's not. So I'm not quite sure where we're going with this, but it looks really cheesy and kind of lame. So I might watch it.
The Last Sentinel, or I guess it's just called Last Sentinel. Notable cast member Kate Bosworth. She looked familiar. I just had no idea what I'd seen her from before. But it's a drama sci-fi thriller from Vertical Entertainment. A squad of soldiers is stranded on an abandoned military base on a near-future Earth, waiting for the relief or enemy, whichever comes first.
And to give you an idea, Kate Bosworth was Lois Lane in the Brandon Routh Superman movie.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
that's what I remember.
The movie was pretty decent.
Underrated, honestly, but we'll get into that at some point. That's the great thing about this little podcast we do, is these are on YouTube forever. You can always, if you're like, oh man, I can't remember that movie, maybe I'll go back, and you can just rewatch these. And any of these movies that catch your mind, a year from now, you can rewatch them. Next up, we have The Lost King, which is a comedy by IFC Films. An amateur historian defies the dull and uninspired academic establishment in her efforts to find King Richard III's remains, which were lost over 500 years.
We have The Tutor. This is a thriller from Vertical Entertainment. And the synopsis is, the film follows a tutor who, after being assigned an unexpected task at a mansion, finds himself struggling with the obsessions of his student who threatens to expose his darkest secrets.
All right, so that'll do it for us. Let us know what movies you're looking forward to most down in the comments, all that good stuff. And we will catch you guys later.
Peace.